So let's examine what it means to have a growth mindset. Let's look at what it means as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as one that has a craft, a skill, or a profession, a knowledge, a kind of certificate. What does it mean to have a growth mindset? You know, a growth mindset is the opposite of a fixed mindset, a limited mindset, a closed mind. So a fixed mindset is I know this, I have achieved this, and I understand this, and I want to stay within what I know, what I've achieved, and what I've understood. On the other hand, a growth mindset is when you know where you are. I know this now, and I want to know this in the future. And I create a system, I create a process that will help me in achieving that from where I am now. It could take me weeks, it could take me months. That is a growth mindset. Growth mindset. I like to think about the growth mindset as the next location. It's not a destination. Like somebody say that there is no finality in success and there is no fatality in failure. The idea is that you keep on going, you keep on going, you keep on going until you get to the next location and you discover that there's still a lot more to know. There's still a lot more to understand. There's still a lot more to learn. It's about growth mindset. But what are the cons to a growth mindset? What are the limitations to a growth mindset? I want you all to understand this. You can have a growth mindset in a scarcity environment. You can have a growth mindset in an environment that is that can reduce that mindset. What do I mean? You might have noticed sometimes as a business person that you have advised a few persons, a couple of people to do this in a particular way in a different environment, and they come up giving you better returns than you will ever make. Sometimes you sit down convinced that there's a force behind, there's a force against you, or there's something that is not working well with you. Nothing is wrong with you because you can have a growth mindset in a fixed environment. It means that your growth mindset is not enough to give you the result, to give you whatever you really want. I was listening to a YouTube video recently of Vushi Tembekwayo, the most celebrated speaker in South Africa, arguably the highest paid speaker in the continent, Africa. And he was talking about how people that interview him from the US, from the UK, that he knows that he's 10 times better, 10 times more talented than, 10 times more hardworking than, they have more revenue. They get times 10 pay than him. Why? Because of the environment. It's simple. Because of the apart from the fact that Vushi himself pushed the limit to what he gets in South Africa. He is the highest paid in South Africa, and he set the tone. He set the standard. And yet these new guys are there doing things in a better way, in a bigger way. What does this mean? It means that even if you have a growth mindset and your environment is limited, your environment is reduced, your environment is scarce, your growth mindset will not go beyond the environment. I've forgotten this animal that say that this animal goes according to its environment. If the environment is large enough, the animal will live according to the large environment. If the environment is small, the animal will live according to that small environment. It happens to humans as well. Your environment determines the kind of growth you experience. So your business does not have any problem. You are okay. You are talented. You are skilled. You have learned this profession, whatever it is that you are doing. But you need to consider the environment, and the environment could also mean your target market. You move on to a better place. Move to a better place where you can shake. And if you cannot move physically, move by your target market. Let them know that you service these areas as well. And before you know it, you will achieve better and bigger. So growth mindset is all that you need. Maybe growth mindset is the problem that you are facing in your business. Maybe growth mindset is why your marriage has been stuck. Maybe growth mindset is why your finances have been shielded. So I would end with this. Everything that we want to talk about as businessmen, as businesswomen, I would like you to know that these are principles that have been existing in Islam. Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqin. Taqullaha, fear Allah, wa kunu ma'as sadiqin. Be always with those that are pious. It means that being with pious person makes you pious. Being with a growth mindset person make you have a growth mindset. Being with a business tycoon, the way they think, it's contagious. It will make you think in that way. Sometimes it looks as if you are faking it, because it looks as if this is not me, but it's a gradual process. Before you know it, you start thinking like them, you start feeling like them, you start doing things like them. The same way, if you go to a place where those people are not making sense, they are low below your standard, you start thinking like them, you start feeling like them, you start doing things like them. It's like that. It's like that. Have a growth mindset. Have a great week ahead of you. Thank you.